Over here in the mugs, the music is really loud. We'll see. That is Longaberger. Oh my goodness, so heavy. Look at the snow out there. I'm in the parking lot of Value World. It is supposed to snow even more, maybe an inch, but the temperature is well below freezing, so you always have to be careful of like black ice and things like that, but that is not going to stop me from going in and doing a little bit of thrifting at a new to me Value World. So let's go inside and see what I can find to flip online. Pink tags are 50% off, and it looks like they sent out a mailer that also has the whole store at 50% off. As I was walking to the back of the store, I saw this on top of a clothing rack in the cart. I always like that light teal blue color. You know right away it's vintage. That whole stack is only $4.34. It says Cavalier, made by Homer Lachlan. The back of this plate says Copeland. I would love to pick up some Copeland pieces, but this was so damaged, I had to put it back. Over here in the mugs, the music is really loud. We'll see. That is Longaberger. Oh my goodness, so heavy. $3.43. Yes, please. I put this in the cart. I have been looking for a picture frame that would fit a 4x6 print. That looks like that would fit. It's so hard to tell. I got to go back and look at the picture frames and compare them and make sure it's not a 5x7. I'm going to keep the Longaberger and the Longaberger. And then this, I wanted to show it to you. I found this once before where it said coffee and tea, but it had glass inserts. This one has a plastic one, but I had bought and sold those before. I already looked through this a bit, didn't find anything I wanted to put in the cart. Looking down the linens, looking for crocheted. That's not quite what I'm looking for. I see another one down here. Not the best of quality. Pretty though. There's another one through here. Oh, see, I don't like the big granny square. That's not what I'm looking for. Here's a holiday one, fun, but again, it's the big granny square stitch. I would rather see a smaller granny square. They have all the baskets up on the shelf here. I'm always just looking through the baskets. You never know when you're going to find something special. They also like to put items up on the clothing racks, so you do have to walk around to see everything. It's not just on those back shelves. That's vintage for sure. Steubenville, $3.23. It's cracked though. It's hard on some of these vintage pieces. They're so old. They have condition issues. I am back in the car. My total spend was $5.99. That was really good. They even had an announcement that they were lowering prices. Ironically, I think some of these thrift stores realize that when they try to up the prices and possibly make more profit, that people just stop shopping and buying there. And us resellers, we buy a lot, but not when it's too high and we can't flip it for a profit. We're not the only ones shopping there for sure. I saw a ton of people in there buying all kinds of things. And so I was so surprised. Part of what I was looking for was anything for St. Patty's Day and or Valentine's Day. And I saw this on a shelf and I reached, you saw me reach across to get it. And it's a Longaberger and it has a shape like kind of like a leaf, almost. It's got it's got 6 petals on it, so it's not really like a shamrock or anything like that, or a 4-leaf clover, but you can't go wrong with Longaberger for sure. It was a little over $2. It says, it's so hard to read the price tags. That's going to be backwards to you guys anyways, the way they scribble it on there. And then what did I find in the way back is more Longaberger, and it's also in the green and white. So she mentioned that as soon as she saw it, she's like, oh, you found lots of things for St. Patty's Day. I'm like, yeah. And anytime I ever find Longaberger in the thrift stores, they have it marked up. They would have had this marked up for like $12 or $15, and I get it. That's probably what it sells for on eBay. I am actually not sure on this. I'm just saying in general, they got to stop doing that. They need to move their inventory. There was a guy there who was right next to me when I was looking at these, and he was an employee trying to find a spot to put another set of plates. It was stacked full. It was completely stacked top to bottom. There was not another place. He just put it on top of something else. And I was like, well, I'm taking these bowls. There's a little bit of room off to the left on the bottom shelf there. You can put maybe one more item there, but they cannot move their inventory. And of course, they keep getting donations. People donate like crazy, especially in January. That's another thing I'm doing. I'm going to put it out as a challenge to everybody. I put it out to my friends who all live on my street. I was like, let's declutter and donate items, out with the old, in with the new. And so I have a bag of like clothing or any soft goods, things like that. And then I'm going to do a box or a couple boxes of items that I don't want anymore. Or, you know, sometimes like we have so many like plastic water bottles and things like that. And I know they probably get oodles of those donated, but I'm like, we have no more room for any of these. And I swear, every time I get rid of like 5, 6, 10 of them, we get another 5, 6, 10 back in. So you got to keep that moving too. I don't want my my cupboards exploding with like the drink bottles and all of that. So anyways, the challenge is to find a few items, put them in a box, put them in a bag, go through your closets, open up your cupboards, be like, what's in here? Why can't I, fit another thing in here? There's got to be things in there that you can donate. I'm going to be going through my mugs again. I always go through my mugs because I have ones in there that I've had for 25 years that are tucked in the back corner that I never use, because the ones in the front are the ones that I use all the time. So the challenge is for you to get out there and find something to donate, whether it's out of the garage, the basement, the attic, or anywhere else. If it's clothes, if you donate clothes, and you can go buy new clothes at the thrift store or online, eBay, Poshmark, all of that, and it'll be all new to you. I am not sure how much I'm going to get for these items, but when they sell, I'll let you know. I have to grab a quick sold off the shelf. I sold this mug on Poshmark. Somebody sent me an offer and I accepted it. That is a nuthatch. Initially it looks like a blue jay, but it's not the longer you look at it. And on the bottom it actually tells you that it's made by Lennox. Winter Greetings, Nuthatch by Catherine Machang. Made in the USA. I overpaid for this mug, but I just wanted it. I was like, I have to save it. I paid $4.99 for it, and I accepted an offer of $15 plus shipping. I have a couple of solds on eBay, and one of them is, and it's going to be hard for me, oh, maybe not. One of them is one of these Christmas sweaters. Oh, kind of got it off the hanger. This one right here, I bought quite a few of these ugly Christmas sweaters, and my friends and family have used them, and then I got them listed up, and I am selling them off. I didn't list up all of them yet, only a few of them, and so this one sold. So the dollar cost average of all of them together works out to be about $3. On some of them I paid less than $2, and some of them I paid like $7, and it kind of across all of them is about $3. And I sold this one for $19.99 plus shipping. I also sold a baseball hat on eBay. This one is Chicago Stadium. It says All-Star Game NHL, the 42nd game, I guess. I don't know that much about sports or baseball hats. I just like picking them up. I remember getting this at an antique mall. There was a box of hats, and I just kind of randomly picked some out. This one has a little bit of kind of not damage, but like almost like a staining here on the brim. I paid $3.49 for it, and I sold it for $13 plus shipping on eBay. I am going to do a mixed holiday live sale. It's going to include Valentine's Day, Easter, St. Patty's Day, and spring items. So I'm looking for things that are pastel or floral. I've been kind of hoarding up my Easter items, so I want to get those all listed. I sold a set of Fiesta on Etsy. It is the teacup, the saucer, and the dinner plate. This orange color is called Poppy. I paid $2.22 for the 3 pieces, and I sold them for $25 plus shipping. This item sold already. You would have seen it in a recent video, and I did sell it right away. This is that Better Homes and Gardens Heritage Collection. It's a stoneware plate. It's Christmas, so here we are, still selling Christmas items. It's got the mama bear and baby bear and a little bit of holly and other Christmas decor with that red scalloped edge. This is definitely a bolo. I paid $3.99, which is more than I would want to pay for a plate, but I sold it for $20 plus shipping. I am getting ready to do another live sale on Niknax.net. This is going to be Valentine's Day and Easter items and spring decor in general. I don't have any items for St. Patrick's Day other than that, say, green reamer back there, because they already sold. They sold early, like a week or so here, and so I have loaded up my table and my tiered tray. I have a few items that were from previous sales. I do that. I let things stay in for multiple sales. I set up for another themed live sale on Niknax. This one is Valentine's Day. I have hearts and things that are red and white. Got the puppy dog back there. Have that mug, that ornament. And I kept this in here because it's red and white. And then the other part of the theme is springtime and Easter. So springtime includes all of the flowered items, pastel, the trinket dish, the teacups, anything that reminds you of springtime. And then Easter is like the eggs and the bunnies. These are vintage. Somebody handmade all of those. I got some hobbyist pieces in here. Those are peep candles back there. I got some creamers and sugars. And that is a double spouted teapot back there. I'll let you know how I do with sales. I ran my Niknax live sales. I did 2 of them. One as a pop-up in the afternoon. I decided 10 minutes before I went live, I was like, let me just pop on around 3 o'clock. I was planning to do it for about half an hour, but I ended up doing it for 45 minutes because somebody came into the show. She was brand new to Niknax, and she wanted to actually bid on this little item right here, but she didn't know how to do it. And then she realized that she wasn't even set up to be able to bid. So I was talking her through that. It is such a friendly, environment. Everyone tries to be helpful. People in the chat are helpful. In this case, I was the host of the live sale. So I was patient while she kept popping in and out. She had to update her payment method. Then she came back in and she went to try to bid on this item and realized her address wasn't updated either. So she goes, she just told me in the chat, I got to update my address. I'm like, go ahead, do that. Plenty of time. There's no rush. And then she was able to purchase the little peeps. Then she asked me if I had any other chicken items, and I had these, and she purchased those. I did show her these eggs right here, but she wasn't interested in these. And I didn't have these listed at 3 o'clock, and I didn't have that egg either listed at 3 o'clock, so she couldn't bid on those. I didn't have them ready. I did list them up in between the 2 shows. She didn't come back in for the 10 o'clock show. She wouldn't have known, unless she keeps coming back into Niknax, to know that I had scheduled a second show that day. But if you do follow your host, if you follow, it does give you a notification in the app that they have gone live. Anyways, so I sold those 2 items on the first show, and then I sold 3 more on the second show. Actually, between the 2 shows, I sold this. This is that Indiana Glass Concord candy dish. That sold out of my Buy It Now. And then when I ran my late show at 10 p.m. and I'm not sure, I think I went to 11:30, I think. I sold the ceramic bunny. That's a hobbyist piece. And then this is also hobbyist eggs. So those are the 5 items that I sold. My total cost of goods was $7.86, and I sold them for $43 plus shipping. And let me just update you on that blue glass bin that I had bought off of Facebook. I spent $50 on that bin and had so many items in there. And I sold 2 more items besides this item right here. And that brings my total up to $157.39. I just want to keep that as an ongoing theme, underlining theme here in my reselling journey. I hope you're all enjoying my videos. Please put your comments down below. I love reading your comments. Subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe.
and I will catch you guys on the next one.